Welcome back, lovely friends. Welcome back to Mixology Hacks. It's nice to see you and nice to see your smiley faces. I can't see them, but I hope you're smiling because I'm back. And yeah, we're back and cracking with a brand new episode. And today we're doing a tropical syrup. But probably you realize it's a brand new set. And yes, finally, as I mentioned before, I'm gonna work out on changing the bar area with brand new space in my house and renovating everything. And it's happened. It was hardcore for a few weeks, trying to combine DIY with my job and everyday life. But as you can see, it's all done. There is a few minor things to fix around, which you won't be able to see. That's just for me. But in general, welcome to the new set. Welcome to the new bar, which is going to be the home of Mixology Hacks and Just Shake or Stir together. And of course, my photography channel. Which, mentioning my photography channel, I have recorded the whole building up of the bar and everything, so when it's ready the video, I'll let you know. If you're interested to take some ideas or kind of see how the things is done on a budget, you can watch this video. However, today we're doing a syrup. Of course, it's Mixology Hacks, and today we're doing a syrup. A syrup which I simply call tropical syrup. Fairly simple. It's using only 4 ingredients, it's not that many things to do, but however, have a few steps you need to consider. First of all, let's start with what you're gonna need for this syrup, and then I'm gonna explain, as always, step by step, taking the time, no rush at all, how to make this syrup. So here is the ingredients. First ingredient and most important is the papaya. This is the syrup, it's based on papaya, and of course we have a pineapple juice, which in my case I'm gonna be using pineapple juice from the store, but this is 100% pressed pineapple juice. So if you using pineapple juice, do me a favor, don't buy concentrate, okay? You can get a fresh pineapple, you can squeeze the juice of it if you want to use this, it's absolutely fine. But to make it easier, obviously it's good to grab yourself a box of a cold pressed pineapple juice from the store. Again, do not buy juice from concentrate, please. You want the real fruit. Another ingredient which you need, it's a fresh lemon juice, just lemon juice from 1 lemon. That's all you need. Doesn't matter how much syrup you're making. If you're following my recipe, that's what you need. But even if you increase the volume of, let's say, papaya or the pineapple juice, stick to 1 lemon. That's all you need. I will explain why later. And the final ingredient will be turmeric. Now, with the turmeric, again, you can buy fresh. But since it's a bit messy to clear it up and obviously leave a lovely orange color on your fingertips, which it takes ages to clean if you don't use gloves or not being careful, I suggest get turmeric powder. It's equally good and it's have enough strong flavor, and we're using it more not about the flavor here, but a little bit of the color and a little bit of the healthier side, let's put it that way, for the syrup. And of course it can be syrup without sugar, so we're using a caster sugar because with these lovely golden fruits we're gonna use a caster sugar. Don't use demerara sugar because it's going to change the color of the syrup. It's going to make it a little bit darker. It won't be that pleasant, let's put it that way. Now, regarding the papaya, I always buy Formosa Papaya. So this is one of the best which you can get because have much more aromas, and it's the taste is very nice, mild, aromatic, wonderful flavor. However, if you can't find Formosa Papaya, get whatever it's available for you. We have enough sugar in this syrup to burst the flavor and to give you a wonderful tropical syrup which you can enjoy with the hopefully coming spring and summer, because in UK, yeah, that's pretty much never come, but we'll pretend it's nice, we're somewhere else. Right, the Formosa Papaya is quite big, so we're going to use today only half of it. Regarding equipment, you'll be needing sauce vide, definitely I will not recommend cooking the papaya with water, because today we're not using any water. There's not single gram of water in this syrup. The reason why is because I want to have a long shelf life, and water, it's not the best friend when it comes to syrups. It's one of the reasons syrups going very quickly off. So today we're going to use the papaya, the sugar, the juice. This is going to be our liquid. Everything's going to be cooked on the water bath and then blended, strained and bottled. Now this syrup, it's not clear. It's more like a, how to put it, like juice or a puree. But yeah, it's a cloudy syrup. But the reason is because it's used in a tropical cocktails with juices. It doesn't need to be clear. And one little trick which I'm going to show you how to preserve the syrup a little bit longer, but this is going to be on the end. I'll let you know about it. But yeah, pretty much this is all you need. So as always, you need a scale. Now today I took the advantage to measure my papaya in advance and my sugar in advance. Now usually what I do, I go with half of the amount of sugar compared to the weight of the papaya. So this papaya here, it's 1 kilo 200 grams. So half of it is going to be 600. So we're going to go with 600 grams of papaya, which it means is going to be 300 grams of sugar. When you're doing this type of syrups, always trust the mass, yeah? Never volume, never liquids, never milliliters, things like that. It's always the mass. We're working with the weight here, and that's how we're measuring the sugar against the ingredients. We're not including the pineapple syrup in this equation. We don't include the lemon juice, nothing else. We just measure the sugar against the weight of the papaya we're using. Simple as that. So again, you're gonna need one of these scales. If you don't have one or you didn't buy one, as always, the link sits down in the description with the recommended scales which I use. So you can decide for yourself if you wanna get one, what I recommend, or something else. So first things first, we have to start with cleaning our papaya. So we're gonna cut it in half. So make sure you cut the long length, and as you can see, it's a wonderful inside, not many seeds, which is absolutely fantastic. So I'm gonna have to clean these seeds. I'm gonna put half of it on the side because we don't need it, and the seeds, just grab a spoon and just basically peel them off very gently, and that's all you need to do. You don't need these seeds, okay? Here we go. Fabulous. So I'm gonna help myself by cutting the papaya in like 4 long wedges, if I can say like that. My dog is coming to check on me. It's nothing for you, Mercury, sorry. I don't think you like papaya, okay? But hey, you never know. So we're just gonna get the peel away. Depends, please. Depends how you feel more comfortable. I usually do it like this with a knife and just go very, very gentle. But be careful, okay? If you don't feel comfortable, maybe cut in small pieces the papaya and it's gonna be easier for you. Like for example, cut like this in 3 pieces and just go sideways. Put it on your cutting board so it's nothing going against your fingers. Health and safety, okay? That's the first thing, more important. For me, I've done it a long time, so it's absolutely fine. Mercury, please go back in your bed now. Go back in your bed. Back in your bed now. Thank you. It's never, always wants something, always. Right. There you go. I'll go back to my original way of doing it. It's just It's miles better for me this way. Just following the skin of the papaya. There we go. It may leave a little bit on the skin, but that's absolutely fine. It's not that much lost, okay? Right. Okay. Ooh. It's sliding everywhere, the papaya. There you go. We are done. Okay. So I'm gonna cut in cubes because all of this is gonna be going in the vacuum bag with the sugar, and it's gonna be cooked for an hour on a low heat, around 60 Celsius, just so it kind of break up the papaya and of course melt the sugar, incorporate everything together. No water at all. We want only the juices and the flavors from the fruit and the sugar we put inside. Simple as that. There you go. Wonderful. It's gonna be really nice if I get towel in advance, but hey. It's a new bar, I'm getting used to it. Okay. Perfect. So I'm gonna get my vacuum bag, and first I'll get all the fruit inside. Fortunately, it's gonna have to go a few at a time. Now, if you like to do more, you can simply do more, and of course you can freeze it, but I suggest always do a fresh, okay? The way how this syrup is done, it will preserve for a long time because you don't have water inside. And as I mentioned on the end, I'm going to show you a little trick how to preserve even longer. Turmeric. We need only 1 bar spoon inside. Simple as that. Nothing else. Just 1 bar spoon of the turmeric. So when I say bar spoon, there's no... just make sure it's not flat bar spoon, okay? Just give it a good amount of turmeric inside. Now we're gonna pop the sugar. I need to move this cutting board because we don't need any more. It's just staying on my way. There's no need of it. Okay, there we go. Get the sugar inside. So 300 grams, okay, to 600 grams of the papaya. Like, again, whatever fruit you're using, measure it, whatever you're using, half of the weight, it's in sugar. That's all you need. Okay. Lemon juice, it's not going in. It's gonna go on the very end when the syrup is done because it's gonna act as preservative, stop the growing of bacteria in the syrup, let's put it this way. Finally, pineapple juice. So this is gonna be kind of acting as our water. We have 600 grams of papaya, 300 grams of sugar. So we're gonna go with 300 grams pineapple juice, but as I said in the beginning, trust the mass, yeah? So we're gonna measure our pineapple juice, 300 grams. We're not gonna do any milliliters here, any ounces, nothing like that. So we're going 300 grams. There we go. I probably should turn around this and see how the top view camera actually showing you. I don't think you're gonna see because this scale doesn't have like a LCD display which is lighting, it's just LCD display. But anyway, 302 grams, that'll do. Okay. So this going in directly. Fabulous. Let's put this away. And now it's time to seal. So I'm gonna get my vacuum sealer, switch on. Now when you're sealing, when you're closing these vacuum bags, there's few options to do it. In this case we're gonna just melt the sugar, so it doesn't need to be very compressed or take out most of the air inside. But if you do anything you want to take most of the air, make sure you put the bag in water. The water is gonna compress the bag and it's gonna help extract the air, and then you can just seal on top of it and it will be less air inside. In this case it really doesn't matter because it's all about just sealing it, so I can put it in the water bath and give it a nice warm up for 1 hour. Simple as that. Right, cable is not very long, so I'm gonna do it this way. I know you won't be able to see much, but like I say, few minor things which I need to adjust with the studio. And there you go. Sealing. Come on. It's very noisy. Very, very noisy. There we go. We're done. Nice sealed. So we'll leave it here on the side. This can go away. And now I need... Okay. So as I mentioned, we're gonna cook for an hour on 60 degrees. So let's put it here. So temperature 160. And time 60 minutes. 1 hour. So at the moment the water it's 10 degrees. I'm just gonna move here on the side. So this is gonna warm up, it's gonna go to 60. I'm gonna pop the back inside when it's on 60 degrees and I'm gonna leave it for an hour to cook, to break down the papaya, to extract the turmeric, to melt the sugar, combine everything together. And when it's ready, it's gonna have 2 steps left: to blend it and bottle. And of course, the secret one, which is gonna increase the shelf life. So I'll see you in an hour. I'm gonna cut here, and the magic of editing, I'll be back just in a second. And we're back just in 2 seconds. So we had a 1 hour cook here. Just gonna remove the water and everything. Wonderful. So basically, guys, what it's left is to unpack our tropical syrup, which is quite not ready yet because obviously we have the chunk of the papaya, but all you need to do is basically blend everything together and bottle it. So there you go. As you can see, some of the sugar still inside. It's not melted 100%, which is absolutely fine, because as I mentioned, we're gonna blend everything together. Just gonna mix first everything. It's quite warm. The papaya is cooked lovely. Okay. I'm trying to get used to the new setup, and it's yeah, it's much better than what it was. More space, big table. I just need to get used to it. So grab yourself a good blender here. You need really something strong, because obviously if you're blending a fruits like that, you want to be blend extremely smooth. You don't want any chunks, anything which is gonna obviously make your syrup, or a kind of a juicy syrup at this case, not very pleasant when you want to use it for a cocktails, because you're gonna have small bits inside. I will leave you in the description suggestions to blenders, But when it comes to blenders, it's really good to invest slightly more than just buying something cheap, because it's gonna serve you for a long time. I've been with this blender for how many now? 4 years, I think. Never let me down. So yes, a little bit price tag higher, but it's doing the job perfectly. So let's open this back. So while I'm doing this, also, if you want to avoid the cooking, for example, if you want to make a quick syrup like that, and you don't want to do all this water bath cooking, or you probably don't have the sauce vide and all this equipment, you can do this syrup entirely cold preparation. Obviously, it's gonna take a little bit longer because you're gonna have to wait for the sugar to dissolve, obviously on the room temperature, but it's absolutely fine. And if you're doing it on the way without cooking, you just do everything cold, it won't have that long shelf life like when we're cooking. Bear in mind, sugar is absolutely fine to dissolve. It is the nature of sugar, but without cooking, you're gonna take a little bit longer. Or you can just blend it. Again, you're gonna give a little extra time. Right. Let's blend this and bottle after. So the blender I'm using, if you're interested in, it's by Ninja. I don't think they make this model anymore, but their blenders, it's absolutely fantastic, and it's good quality, which you can actually get on a very affordable price compared to more professional bartender blenders, or the professional bar blenders, because they cost fortune, and for home use I don't think it's necessary. One of those, it will do perfect job. Okay. I like the idea of this because you can remove the actual motor on the top, and you just have proper your jug, and just you can use it like as it is. So now we're gonna bottle this. As you can see, we've created, let's see what it is, a nearly 900 milliliters of syrup puree, let's put it that way. I know I call it syrup, but it's more like a puree, which it's fantastic for a tiki cocktail or tropical style cocktail. And if you want to see something which is with this syrup, make sure you visit Just Shake or Stir, of course, because I'll be filming, in fact, tomorrow, a cocktail which I create 2018. So I'm going to present on the channel using this syrup. And obviously we're going to use it probably in a few more, because it's coming to the point of the year when we start looking obviously to spring, summer, and more refreshing, more tropical drinks. So we'll be using this syrup slash puree. I'm going to grab a bottle and we're going to bottle it. Oh, smells fantastic. There you go. Wonderful. So I'm gonna bottle it when it's still warm. Pour the lemon juice inside straight away. And a little secret which I promise, and I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna remind me in the comments if I didn't do it, but since this is a syrup puree which we're creating for use in the cocktails, yeah? We're not creating anything here to be drunk as it is or just with a soft drink. We're gonna create anything what is created is to be used in a cocktails. So to extend even more the shelf life, we're gonna put a good shot around 30 ml of rum. So choose any rum you like and just mix it with your syrup. And this is gonna extend the shelf life. Now, some people may argue it's not gonna make big difference, but I can tell you it's make big difference. So I'm just gonna mix it a little bit. There you go. And this is it. Our tropical syrup puree. It's ready. And I want to show you something before I leave you. If you're interested in learning more about old school creation of syrups, but combined with the science, and explain more about the science behind creating all these kind of type of recipes, make sure you check this book, Craft Cocktails at Home by Kevin Liu. It's an old book, but it's absolutely amazing, and it's going to give you a different perspective on mixology combined with the science, because it's breaking down everything what you need to know about citruses, syrups, ingredients, sugars. It's just an amazing read. There is a few cocktails inside, but it's more deeply explain how to use certain ingredients and what is the benefits of them, and what kind of the preservation benefits they have, what they can be used for, how to combine them, and all this kind of stuff. Is just amazing book. So I'll leave link in the description, but it's a good read if you want to learn something or maybe experiment at home. And this is it for this episode, my lovely friends. Thank you for watching Mixology Hacks. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, throw some ideas. I know we had a comment about request. Let's put it was a request. It was about mint syrup and rosemary syrup. So mint syrup I've done on Just Shake or Stir. So if you're interested, you can go and watch there. But rosemary syrup, yes, it's something which I plan to do, and it's give you a few more extra ideas about the rosemary syrup. Also, it's coming soon a video on how to create a lovely celery soda, for example, to use in your cocktails. And also we're gonna talk about directional freezing juices, how to extract more flavor from the juice by removing the water. So it's a very old technique, very old technique, but recently brought back to life from the Cocktail Panda. And we're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna show you, for example, how to create a wonderful, extremely sweet, extremely rich and very long shelf life grape juice by extracting the flavor and using directional freezing instead of using other techniques to extract the flavor. So things coming your way. I'll see you again very shortly, maybe next week, or usually every other week, but I may see you next week so we can catch up and obviously win some time back from what I lost when I didn't film. But for now, stay safe. Go get some papaya. Go get the ingredients for this tropical syrup / puree and make it up, because it's a wonderful thing to have in your home for a lovely cocktails. I'll see you soon. Stay safe. Bye bye.